Welcome, everybody, to Thursday night edition of Catfish Weekly. Along with Tim Berger, I'm Lyle Stokes, and welcome, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about a bunch of stuff, some of it pretty important stuff. Tim, welcome to Catfish Weekly.
Hey, thanks for having us. Yeah, appreciate it.
How's things in Kansas City going?
You know, they're it's going pretty good. The city has really embraced us all American Catfish tournaments this year. And they're inviting us to get-togethers for us to meet for some networking with some other organizations that do things like adaptive sports group. There's a group that came in from North Carolina or Alabama, and we're going to be working with them later this year, and it's been doing pretty good.
That's awesome, man, and that's what it takes for success is getting the cities and towns and stuff behind you so that you can expand and grow and make everything better. And I'm glad to see that they're helping you out with that. And from where I'm sitting, we haven't had a chance to get up there and fish one of your tournaments, but from where I'm sitting, it looks like you guys are having great things going on up there.
We're trying to. We're learning. We're learning from Twisted Cats, with Alex, and we're getting, obviously we get advice from you. We get advice from Steve. We're getting advice from Matt, and those guys. We get advice from everybody, and then we like you recommended, listen to everyone's advice and pick what works for us.
That's exactly right. That's the best way I can think of doing it. And some stuff that I might suggest to you might not work for you or Alex or someone else. But if you take the best of what you can gather and make an intelligent decision, and if it doesn't work, you can change it and go on from there.
Yeah, and it's helped us shape it from just a weekend tournament to a community.
Exactly.
That's what's helping us a lot.
One thing I feel like I'm missing out on, Tim, is them meals. You guys been fixing breakfast and having barbecues and cookouts and stuff, and you know how I like to eat, so I feel kind of bumming that I'm not getting in on some of that access,
Yeah, it's I try not to miss a meal, and and I think it shows pretty well that I do, but
that's what happens with us full-figured guys, man.
It's the meals came on about. All right, so I spent a lot of time in the Middle East, and over there you could literally have some real tensions going on. But you get people together and put food in front of them, and all goes out the window. Everyone likes their food, So
I'm quite sure you're right about that.
So in catfishing, everyone's pretty serious. They take it serious. They invest a lot to do this.
That's right.
And so when I would fish tournaments, I didn't like to stop places at the gas station and get food because someone's got to watch the boat, someone's got to watch the gear. So It's super competitive. You don't want to stop places. We said, look, we're just going to have food out here, and we'll kill two things at once. We'll get everyone talking. People like to talk over food, and when they leave, they'll have coffee or energy drinks or something in the morning, and then they don't have to stop on the way home if they don't want to.
That's right. That's
worked out for us.
I think it's an outstanding idea, and I know that it takes a little bit of money to do stuff like that, but I think it's helping you draw bigger and more crowds and more people into your tournaments. And after all, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I got to some of the family members, like Christy Berglund and Shayla and them and others, they're literally baking food and bringing it to the events. So they bring cupcakes, they bring cookies, and I just recommend everyone stay away from the cookies. Don't like them.
I'm really bumming because I love cupcakes and cookies, man.
But that's at a catfish tournament, right? So it's a community more than anything else.
That's right.
We want to keep building on that. It's good. Real
That's
good.
Exactly right. I'm 100% on board with that, and I'm proud of what you got going on up there. And I'm looking for a lot bigger and better things to come along as times progress.
I appreciate it. And you know how it was. You helped us a lot getting this thing started.
Well, I didn't do anything anybody else would do. I just might have had a little more experience in some areas than other people did, and I'm glad that it's working out for you.
Great.
Tonight, Tim, we're going to talk about another one of our catfishing brothers that's in need, and you guys have some special stuff going on at your tournament this week in Kansas City. Would you mind telling us about that?
Yeah, so it is a community, and we try to keep everything as positive as we can, but things just happen sometimes, right? And So we have this tournament coming up, and we already planned on having a barbecue. We planned on having breakfast, and of course the fishing tournament. And one of the guys that fish, his brother came down with some medical emergencies and medical bills, and so he was talking to another angler that fishes our tournaments. He goes, "Hey, give Tim and them a call, see if we can't get involved, and help them out, try to raise some money." Not a whole lot of lead time or anything on this. So we said, sure. He called me and said, yeah, of course. He's a member of the community. He fishes the rivers. We pass each other on the river. We just talk. So he comes to the tournaments. Of course, we're going to help him. And by doing this, to raise money. His brother has these Chiefs easy tickets. And so he came up with the idea. He has a page. It's got 40 lines there. And out of these 40 lines, you can buy a line. And then when he does his drawing, somebody will win these tickets. So you can buy an entry into this drawing and raise that money. And his goal was to, raise as much money as he can just off the tickets. Well, then he took it a step farther and said, hey, I got all this fishing equipment. I'll raffle off this fishing equipment. From there, it took on even more. We have a couple of our sponsors, Macy's Fishing Finds. They provided a new rod and reel combo, and these aren't, these are high-end rod and reel combos. The Cat Fever rods and Abu Garcias with power handles. So, they threw that in there. Our other sponsor, Justin Thornton Painting. Justin Thornton, he threw in a few reels, or correction, a few rods. Let me read off. I don't screw it all up, because I will.
Understand.
Okay, so out of his equipment that he's selling off, he's got 2 big Cat Fever rods, heavy action, foam handles with Abu Garcias. Macy's Fishing Finds donated a brand new big Cat Fever rod, cork handle, Abu Garcia Ambassador Classic. With power handle. He's got 3 new Denali bottom feeder heavy rods by Justin Thornton, 2 tangling with Catfish extended rods, a few other things. He's got just a few lines left for those tickets. And that's just the short list of things that we've got. He also, because we were going to have this barbecue, he went where he works. They donated some side dishes for the barbecue. So he went to another place, and this is what he did on his own. He went to another place and had 25 pounds of pulled pork going to be brought in for the anglers. And so that really cut down our cost for what we were going to spend on the barbecue. So that allows us to go ahead and free up and then contribute to some of these raffles too. So it's, for such a short amount of time, I think it's going to be a pretty good event. So he's got raffle tickets. People will buy an entry into the raffle, and then I think how he's got it set up is they'll grab onto the tickets and extend their arm out, and then how many tickets that is, that's how many chances they have at these different raffles. So you're not just buying a singular ticket. So we're going to do that. We're going to have the barbecue, talk to the anglers, let them see all the merchandise and everything that's out there being brought in. And then the next morning, we're going to, as the fish are coming in, doing the weigh-in, and he'll have time set aside to go ahead and raffle that off. We got a lot of things going on, but that's going to be the besides the tournament itself. That's going to be a big focus as far as this weekend is the raffle off. There's a lot of stuff. So if you went to All American Catfish tournaments on Facebook, you'll be able to see he's got several posts out there, and we'll have him post more after this of what he's got. And people can start taking a look at it. And you don't have to be there to do it. I'm sure he'll work something out with you if you want to give him a call and touch base with him online. Whatever he wants to do, we're going to support him.
Tim, we just had a post in chat that John Adams will donate $200 cash. John Adams, thank you so much.
He's another one of our sponsors. That's the community right there. That's great.
That's right. John, this gentleman is having some problems. I don't even know if the guy that is the brother that's ill, I'm not even sure he knows this is happening.
That's a good point. Josh Broderick is the one who's putting it together, and he's trying to keep it low profile as much as possible. Obviously, his brother's laid up in the hospital right now and got a lot of things on his mind. So does his family members. Josh is doing a lot right now. He is burning the candle at both ends right now, trying to get this pulled together for this weekend. So, John Adams, we appreciate you, man. You're always watching out for us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's going above and beyond, and we're all very proud to have your acquaintance, John, and this just goes to prove your heart's in the catfishing industry where we all knew it was anyhow.
I got some of his rods right back here that he sent the other day. I thought he only sent 3 of them, and he sent 6 of them.
That's awesome. John's a great guy for the sport, and this just proves the point that he's doing what's right. And it's really cool to see sponsors like this step up and make it happen for people in need. And none of them have to.
No, they don't.
When they want to, that just is icing on the cake.
And the community comes together quick. This is not several weeks out. This is just a couple of days.
Right.
It's just been
I just found out about it. What, Monday? I think.
If Monday, maybe Tuesday.
Might have been Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not sure. So we planned on doing this last night, and things didn't work out where we could do it last night. So we jumped on here tonight, and then of course I forgot about it. I was out catching bait, and Cindy said, "Hey, you got to do a live show," and I said, "Well, we're going in then," and that's when I called you, and we wasn't 5 minutes out of town, but you still got to get through traffic and everything. But we wanted to help this gentleman out any way we could and on short notice. Now, Tim, I am going to put together a package from Catfish Weekly sponsors, and it will be a very nice package.
That's awesome.
And I don't think I can get it to you by Saturday. But you raffle it off, and it'll have over $50 value in it.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate it, Lyle, and we'll definitely do that. We'll get the person's contact information and everything else pulled together.
I'm guessing it'll be quite a bit more than that, but I don't have values on products, and it'll be packages of hooks and rig wraps and stuff from offshore tackle and just an abundance of things that I have here from sponsors that sponsor Catfish Weekly, and we'll put that together and we will send it. Cindy is in the other room with my grandson. We was out catching bait, and she hasn't come in here. But you might mention that she needs to be in here. Maybe she could show up. I don't know.
Where is Cindy? Yeah. Kind of odd to only see one of you guys on there. So
thank you, James. James Dockery has said, put him down for 10 pounds of sinker, Tim.
Oh man, thank you, James. If you want to message me, James, we'll get you put on the list too. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, that's outstanding.
Yeah, this thing, everyone's so spontaneous, so generous. I mean, a lot of people probably don't know in the catfish community, these businesses, they're personal businesses. These aren't large brick and mortar businesses.
No,
they're operating their house. They're tight budgets. They're trying to grow. They're trying to reinvest. And when they give things away, it's harder for them to do, but they still do it because they're generous. They're good people. They're helping out.
Right.
It means a lot to a lot of people, and it shows what kind of people we have in the industry and the community. It's really good.
That's right. Now, I have another question from Kentucky Catman. What's going on? Just to let everybody know that's just now joining us, we have a guy that's brother, a river fisherman, fishes for catfish all the time, that has had some bad health issues, and they're trying to make some of the deductible for his insurance money. And we're trying to pick up a little bit and raise some money to help him out. And Tim is having a bunch of stuff go on at Kansas City Catfish, All American Catfish tournament this weekend at, I believe, Call Point. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, Call Point. So the tournament's on this weekend. It is a national qualifier. We are going to have a barbecue. And hopefully all of that will bring a lot of people together, whether they're fishing the tournament or not. Hopefully that will bring everyone together. And then we're going to be raffling things off. And and hopefully raise the money that he needs. I mean, that's the intent of it.
Okay, so Yakking with Sarah says, when do you need this by? Sarah, the tournament is this weekend, but Tim, would it be possible if somebody wanted to donate stuff such as I and can't get it there in time, can you go ahead and raffle it off? And then when it gets to you, you get it to whoever the winner is?
Yes, please. All American Catfish tournaments, Tim Berger, Berger. You can post it on our page. You can message me directly. We'll print off a roster. We'll capture everyone's personal information, and we'll make sure Josh gets to it all, and we track it for you, and we'll tie up the loose ends there. It's having the product Saturday or Sunday morning. We understand that's not realistic, but the raffle is going to take place Sunday morning at weigh-in, after weigh-in.
Dwayne Buckridge, nobody's going to forget about that fishing tournament. That's that's going to happen, buddy.
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
So, our last Caw Point tournament, Dwayne and Justin won it with 183.5 pounds. So they got some pressure on them this time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So we're going to, so anyone that has anything, wants to follow up and see how they can get involved, it's great. Just message me, let me know. We'll get you on the roster, and we can follow up next week about getting the product to them. That's not a problem.
That's great. James says he will ship it from his house. That'll save you on shipping.
Okay.
We just ship it direct to whoever the winner is. That'd be 10 pounds of sinkers, and that's kind of self-explanatory.
Yep, that's great. That's real great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it
so much.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time. It's a good cause. And again, it's very reflective of the community we're in. So that's really good.
Sarah, if you will message Tim after we're done, Tim Berger or All American Catfish, and tell him what you got going, I'm sure that they will be happy to do something. On a free entry to this tournament, myself and Austin Knight will donate the $140 we should have paid. Joshua Flems, thank you so much. Joshua says he won a free ticket or free entry to this tournament. Himself and Austin Knight will donate the $140 that they should have paid.
Great job, Joshua. So at Bradley Young's tournament, his honor flag tournament last month, we gave a free entry into this tournament. That's what he's talking about.
Wow.
So him and Austin won it, and here they are. See?
Yeah, Doc and I talk about this a lot, and you and I have talked about this. We touched on a little bit tonight, but when people are in need, the catfish community steps up to make things happen, and it doesn't matter what other fishing organization that you belong to. They don't do it like the catfishing guys do. I'm so proud of our catfishing community, our family. We've done this a few times now, and always they step up and make it happen.
Yep, I agree.
So that's cool. So it looks like we're well on our way to getting this put together. If we could have had a couple of weeks notice instead of a couple of days, we could have probably done a little better with it, but I'm quite sure that everything that they get, they'll appreciate, and hopefully this will go towards making things a little easier for those folks.
I think so too, and I think he reacted about as fast as he could based on when they found out. So it's everyone found out in a short time, and it's coming together. So what we can do, it's great. Really
it is. And Tim, I think I told you this the other day, and I know I've mentioned it before. This could be any one of us. It just happens to be this gentleman. I mean, it could be you or me tomorrow or the next day or next year or 5 years or 10 years down the road. None of us know. And I would like to think that, if it doesn't matter who it is, we're going to do it again. If somebody lets us know that this is happening, whether they be from Kansas City or New York or Texas or out east or out west, if we know about it and we can help them out in any way, we're going to try to do so.
It's true. And we did talk about it, and, And last week, I've had a friend of ours pass away. As a veteran. We just had this news came out, and we just had another friend of ours get in a serious car accident. It was yesterday. So in my old profession, and just anyone's profession, things can change in a heartbeat.
That's right.
And so it's good, and in this community, something changed, and he brought it up, made us aware of it, and everyone's coming together, and you really can't ask for much more. This will be the last one, but everyone's helping out, and that's great.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of our family of cat guys and gals that step up and make this kind of stuff happen. So it's really a neat deal, and it's outstanding.
So we'll get you all the information before Monday night too, of everything. So how that went.
Yeah. Now, is there anything else with this subject that we need to elaborate on?
I don't know. Josh is doing a great job trying to bring awareness. He is wearing himself out, and so you do have his brother and their family doing things, and then you have him doing all this too. So I mean, the only thing I'd bring awareness to, I mean, the donations will come in, the people will come together, but this kind of makes us a reminder. We should all be taking a step back, getting our affairs in order, right? And do what we can when we can. And that's the thing. And sometimes people just can't do it. That doesn't mean their heart's not in the right place, and we understand that. So we don't want to pressure people into overextending themselves. There's a lot of good people, and there's just tough times right now, so we understand that too.
That's exactly right. And those folks, Josh and all those, they'll understand it.
Yeah.
Life. So we have quite a group of people from around the country watching tonight.
Yeah, how many you got in there?
Right now we're at 48, but we've got Kentucky Catman, K-Bug Clark, a lot of guys from the Kansas City area, Virginia Catfisherman, Justin Ledford. Let's see who else. Wayne Buckridge.
Dave Swinton's out there. Hey, Dave.
Yep, Dave's in. Weekend Pursuit Outdoors. Tanya McIntosh. Patriot Dredgers and Catfisher, Concrete Man, Yak Sarah.
I see Josh Broderick saying wear lime green for awareness of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I got to dig out a green shirt, it looks like.
Probably so. Probably.
Yeah.
Shoot. Dwayne asked me if I was going to come up and fish this weekend. We haven't got the live well done yet. And
kind of a haul for you.
Well, that's not the problem. But if I happen to catch something, I want to be able to store it till I get back to weigh in.
That helps.
It's good to catch it.
Little details, right? Tournament.
Got to throw it back in the water. It doesn't do you any good if you can't get it to weigh in. So
take a picture and we'll guess.
But it won't be long. They're working on it, so hopefully it'll be done this week or next, and we'll get it hooked up. I'm ready to go. We just about got all the we're ready for the first oil change. They want to change it at 20 hours, and we're probably right about that, and get it ready to go, and we're ready to start hooking them up.
Well, Lexington's around the corner.
Well, yeah, it won't be long. I mean, are you halfway through your season there yet, Tim?
Yeah, we're about halfway. We got to reschedule our Milford tournament. And I think guys are going to like that one. We're going to do our Milford one at night. Now, that's a big water and big fish. And at night out there, hopefully the wind will drop down and we'll have more of the lake to ourselves. And the guys are really looking forward to that one. And then our next big one, Lexington's a really nice park. The city's helping out with that. We got another group that's going to be working with us for breakfast out there, and then we got a couple more, and then the Border Wars, and that's where we're really trying to get a lot of people to come out to the Border Wars up there in St. Joseph.
That'll be a great tournament.
That'll be a big one, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna look and see if we can make the Lexington tournament. I haven't checked the date on it yet. I don't know, and I've never been up there, so that'd be fun to try out some new water. Yakin with Sarah would like you to give an email address or a way to get in touch with you one more time.
You can message me on All American Catfish or directly to me, Tim Berger. You can also, if you want to shoot us an email, it's aacatfish@outlook.com. But you can always just post, hey, get a hold of me on the All American Catfish, and I'll respond to you. We're easy to find.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you can't by chance get a hold of Tim, send Catfish Weekly a message, and I will get you a link directly to All American Catfish or Tim, one or the other.
Yep. So we appreciate it, everybody. Definitely.
Absolutely. Dave would like to know if you can go through road closures for the tournament Saturday if you're coming from the east.
So coming from the east, I want to say you're probably going to go up to 210. They have a lot of signs out there, and it's going to be a few extra turns and maybe just a little bit, a couple more minutes on your drive, but they want you to come into the flow. And there's multiple ways into that location actually, so they'll guide you through there. But yes, traffic will be flowing from the east one way or another. So we'll be there. We'll all the shenanigans start about 4:30 Saturday, and the launch is at 7, and weigh in at 8 in the morning. And we're going to be there all night. And the city's got some support coming in for night for security around the boats and stuff like that. So we're going to be set.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to see the security. That's a wonderful thing. We have very little issues at catfish tournaments, but once in a while something sneaks in, and when you got security and people that's going to watch over things, that makes it just that much better. Tim, can you tell everybody where your tournament's going to be at this weekend?
Yeah, so it's at the Lewis and Clark Park in Kansas City. It's called Caw Point, but you can Google Lewis and Clark Park. It's right where the Kansas River meets the Missouri River, and there's a building there, and you won't be able to miss us whatsoever. As soon as you pull in the parking lot, you're going to think you're pulling into a warehouse, and just keep following the traffic there, and you'll pull right into the park. It's a beautiful scenery. It's going to be a good time. We've got a conservation guy coming out to weigh fish and measure fish and tag them for migration habits. We're going to have a drone guy coming out, and he's going to get some footage so we can use it for promotional videos. We got Bradley Young's going to have another guy in his boat who's been working cameras and try to get us some footage from the action footage and the launch from that perspective. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have some good videos afterwards, and it's family friendly, no doubt about it. Plenty of food, plenty of drinks, the water, Gatorade, and everything, all there for the anglers to take with them, and snacks. And come out and hang out. If you're not fishing, just come out and hang out. A lot of people do. People come out and hang out with us at night and in the mornings and watch and just have a good time.
That sounds so great. Bradley Young would like you to do a recap right quick. He's been in and out with work.
No pressure, Bradley, right? Brad, we told everybody you're going to be working the grill all weekend. No. So what it is, Josh Broderick's brother was diagnosed here real shortly this week with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And he's got a big bill copay to pay before the treatment can kick in. So his brother, Josh Broderick, had his season tickets, his brother's season tickets that he's raffling off 1 through 40. And yeah, we don't want his food. And they're $100 a line, and he's got about 4 or 5 lines left, and then he'll raffle those tickets off. And now he's also brought up his own fishing gear to raffle off. Great condition. Only used like once or twice for some of the rod and reels. Very good rod and reels. He's going to auction them off. Michael and Angie Stover from Macy's Fish and Finds got a Big Cat Fever rod coming in with Abu Garcia Classic on there with the power handle. These are good rods, high-end reels. They donated that to be auctioned off. Justin Thornton from Justin Thornton Painting, another one of our sponsors. He's threw in a few rods, said do what you want with them, so they're going to get raffled off. John Adams tonight is throwing some cash in on top of it, out of the blue from Warrior Cat Rods, so that's awesome. Another one of our sponsors, Josh Flamez, who won that entry at your tournament, Brad. Him and Austin Knight, they're throwing in their 140 that they would pay in for the entry anyway. They're going to throw that into the pot and contribute there. We got 10 pounds of lead, and I can't remember the gentleman's name.
James.
Yeah, James
Dockery.
Okay, he's throwing in 10 pounds of lead, so we're going to raffle that off. There's just people are coming in right now and saying, hey, we're going to get a hold of you, and we'll do what we can, raffle off our position, and we'll get the package out to people. And so that's where we're at. 4:30 Saturday at Cop Point, Lewis and Clark Park in Kansas City. We'll start the shenanigans then. We'll do our around 6:30. Ideally we'll have all the boats on the water by 6:30. We'll do our safety briefing over the PA system like we normally do, play our national anthem, and then we're going to get people launched. So we'll probably launch a little before 7. Fishing starts at 7. Weigh in at 8 a.m. the next morning. We do the weigh-in. We do pretty quick. All the boats pull up in front of the building. We weigh them, get them moving. As we're tallying the weigh-in and getting our prizes organized, we'll turn it over to Josh. We'll give him a hand. And then he's going to go ahead and raffle everything off. It's going to go quick. The stuff will be there for everyone to look at, and it's going to go quick. I mean, we're not going to linger because everyone's going to be up all night.
Yeah.
And we'll hand out our prizes, and we'll pack up and go home. And we just want everyone to be safe and be positive and be professional, and that's what generally happens.
I'm sure that it is. Joe Burkhart wants to know if you're having biscuits and gravy Sunday morning.
Joe, I was just talking about you a little while ago with with Tom. Yes, we are going to have those biscuits and gravy for you.
Oh man, I know you guys are having a ton of fun up there, and I got to get up there. And we talked about doing this. We don't do many night tournaments anymore, but that's one I would have liked to have made.
Oh, and I forgot, Lyle is throwing in a package too there, Brad. So it's a good time. We're about a year into this. A year ago, April is when we kicked off our first.
Yep.
And I think we've come pretty far. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've done really well. And you've got a great following, a great bunch of guys that fish up there. And I know that they're having a great time. They wouldn't keep coming back.
And we got plans. We're going to go. And next year, we're going to probably drop on our total tournament count. We say that, but I get all kinds of ideas in the off season. But we are going to have some charity tournaments to raise money next year, and I think part of that will be for things like this too. But we're going to have tournaments just to raise money next year, and we have one for the VFW this year, just to cut our teeth on. So we're raising money for a VFW post in August. So look for that too.
Awesome.
All right.
Really good stuff right there now. Lexington night tournament will be great fishing. Come on up. Okay. I didn't know that was a night tournament, but I will sure look into it. Well, it's not that I like fishing at night, but the Missouri River, the last time kind of bit me pretty good. So, but we're getting set up for it. It takes a little while to get these boats all done up,
Yeah. Last time I talked to you, you were worried about having to drill holes in it. Did you end up having to drill holes in it?
I did. As a matter of fact, I tried really hard not to. It had 7 hours worth of run time on it, and I mounted a rod rack on it.
And you're sick for a week.
And it's not like I'm not used to doing that. For several years, I worked building handicap accessible vans. So when you get a brand new model van in that's got 0 miles on it, the first thing you do to it is stick a sawzall and cut the top out of it. It's not like I'm not used to doing that, but I just didn't want to, Yeah. But it is what it is. We got it mounted. We're having another one made right now. A gentleman's building us one, and I'm really excited about that. And they're the same company that's building our live well, which will go all the way across the back of the boat. So I'm really excited about that. Dustin Falls taking care of that for me. So we're excited. We'll be getting that all in there and done here pretty quick, and it's starting to take shape. Like I say, we're getting ready for the first oil change, and we'll be ready for wraps, decal, stickers, something. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to go with that, but we're excited.
That's great. That's great. So this weekend's the tournament, and we're going to try to help Josh raise some money for his brother. It's a good cause, and the man's doing a good job to support his family, and you want to help him with it. So we're looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Tim, one more time, how can they get in touch with you?
They can go to All American Catfish Tournaments on Facebook and message us there. You can message me directly, Tim Berger, Berger, or you can shoot us an email at All American Catfish. Our email, aacatfish@outlook.com. So just go to the Facebook page. That's the easiest way to do it. Just get a hold of us, and I'll either jump on it or one of the moderators will get a hold of me, or whatever. We're easy to get a hold of.
Absolutely. Now, well, again, where's the tournament going to be this weekend, and the times for it?
Okay, so the tournament location is at Cop Point in Kansas City, Kansas. It's the Lewis and Clark Park in Kansas City, Kansas. It's where the Kansas River meets the Missouri River, but you can Google Lewis and Clark Park, and it'll be right there. It's also got an event on our All American Catfish page, and you'll get directions right there too. The barbecue will start at 4:30. If you plan on coming, just message us on Facebook so we know we have enough food allocated for everybody. We don't want 300 pounds of food sitting around. So we'll make sure we got enough barbecue for everybody. We'll have a big grill there and everything. About 6:30, we'll have the boats on the water. We'll do our safety briefing over the PA system. We'll play the national anthem, and we'll get everyone launched. And then fishing starts at 7 p.m., weigh in at 8 a.m. Sunday, and biscuits and gravy will be there. And we have coffee and cocoa and other snacks and drinks, Gatorade, power, energy drinks. We'll have all that there for the anglers. And some of the family members are bringing in cupcakes and cookies and things like that. And like I said, I just discourage anybody from eating the cookies.
I'm pretty sure that coffee will be well appreciated.
It generally is.
Yeah. Especially after them guys be up all night. Are you expecting a big group?
Yeah, we got quite a few people pre-registered right now. I think 12 or something like that right now. And for us, we don't change the price for pre-registration. But a lot of these guys pre-register because that's how the launch order goes, is how you register. And so that's their incentive. And we don't have they can pay half price to pre-register and pay the other price when they show up. And so just to hold their spot. So we did a little a post to see how many people were there to make sure we have enough food. And it looks like a lot of people are showing up. And we were getting calls as of last night at 10 o'clock with people confirming that they're going to be there. Got calls today, people confirming they're going to be. Well, should be a good turnout. And it's great waters, and see how it goes.
Sounds like a great time. Wish I could be there, but it is what it is. We'll be hitting some more of them for long and getting out there. Anything else you got coming up that you want to tell everybody about, Tim?
The next one's Lexington, and then the one after that's the VFW, and we're raising money for a VFW post. And then we'll start getting ready for the Border Wars and the Tournament of Champions, and we're going to do it. We're by the Border Wars, we're going to have next year's calendar available for everybody. So by the time everyone leaves St. Joe in September, they're going to know what we're doing next year.
That's awesome. Now, the Tournament of Champions, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Because there's a lot of people that don't know about that.
Okay. So the Tournament of Champions for us is if you've won money in our events, you're invited to the Tournament of Champions. Now, with that said, just like last year, the Tournament of Champions is an invitation only. It's our last tournament of the year. So if you won money and your partner that you want to fish with hasn't won any money, They can fish with you to complete your boat and your crew for safety reasons, obviously. But only you, if you win it, will be given the trophy and the plaque as tournament of champions. Because he's just a co-angler at that point. He wasn't a previous champion. Now, if he won money too, then you both win, right? So it's really, we want to fill out the boats. We want to make sure people are safe if they need someone to fish with. But you have to have won money to be considered one of the tournament champions and invitees. But you can have a co-angler with you that wasn't, but you will be the only one who wins it if you win this time. It pays out the top 3 anglers, angling teams anyway, the top 3 boats. It's 100% payout. What we've done, another little caveat I forgot about or mention, is at our tournaments, Cabela's donated an iPilot Terova to us, and do anything you want with. So we've been selling raffle tickets to it, and all the proceeds from those raffle tickets, they said, use it for anything you want, your food, your operational costs, whatever. We said, no problem. We took it. All the proceeds from those raffle tickets goes to the pot for the tournament champion. So it's just added money for them.
Awesome.
So the top 3 teams wins all that money, and then 100% payout on top of that. It'd be a good time.
Yep, sounds like a great time. Dirty Oar Catfishing. I didn't bother Doc with this. We was going to do it last night, and it worked out better for Tim and I to do it tonight, and then I forgot about it and had to come in from catching bait, so there wasn't enough time to see if Doc wanted to join the show tonight. It's just as simple as that. When I send you the message, about 4 minutes till
maybe 4 minutes before.
I run in from a creek where we was trying to catch a few bluegill out there. We had my grandson out there, and Cindy said, don't you have to do a show tonight at 7 o'clock? And I said, oh my God, yes, I do. I got to go. So we loaded up and come in, but luckily it was really close to town, and we made it, Tim.
Well, I was just getting back from Cabela's, and I messaged Lyle and said, hey, I'll just go ahead and do Facebook Live because we didn't get it coordinated. Like, he calls me, he's like, hey, we'll go ahead and do it. I'll be there in just a minute.
Absolutely. Yep. I was already in the truck and headed down there. We want to do everything we can to help people out whenever we're to where we can. Some things we can't do, but these things like this is so important that we ought to. And I noticed that Country Girl Catfishing had made a post in here just a second ago that they're going to be doing a live show after we're done. So if you'd like to go over and jump on her, I'm not sure if it's Facebook or YouTube. Yeah, Country Girls at Facebook or YouTube. I think it'll be YouTube, but I don't know that for sure. So maybe she'll let us know here before we get ready to go.
Yep, and she could post something on our All-American Catfish tournaments too, and some of those guys will jump over there too.
Yep, that'd be great. That'd be great. Her and Sarah, they fish for all kinds of stuff, not just catfish. It'll be on YouTube. Okay, thanks, Sarah.
Okay.
I thought mostly it was, but I wasn't. You never know.
Yeah.
Luke, you don't know where he's going to be ever.
No, he'll be next to a bottle of tea. Look for the bottle of tea.
He's been. I don't know if you watched the live show with him and with us up to Quincy or not, but he told us that he'd been off the tea a little bit. He'd been drinking mostly water here the last several weeks or months. And
somebody take his temperature?
Well, I would, but he was sweating so bad I didn't want to stick my hand on his forehead. But it wasn't just him. He wasn't the only one.
Yeah, a little thick out there, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough up there for a few days, and that front moved through. Well, listen, Tim, if there's anything else that you can think of we need to go over, we need to do it now. And
I just appreciate you. I mean, short notice. This is very short notice. You dropped everything and got a hold of me that morning. Dropped everything again tonight and got us back online. And you've always been there for us, and we definitely appreciate it. We will not forget it. Definitely.
Oh, man, that's just doing the right thing, and that's what everybody should do. And we're all striving to be that person. I'm glad we're able to do it, to be quite honest. There's sometimes that you can't do things, but whenever we can, we're going to. And this is an important event. We want to help you with your tournament, but we also want to help Joshua and his family any way we can and put this stuff together. So we wish you a great tournament up there in Kansas City. And Joshua, we hope that you and your brother get some assistance like you need, and that your brother gets to doing better. Other than that, don't forget to sign up for the spin at the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel. Go to catfishweekly.com and sign up every week so you can get on there. We give away some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, you do. Actually, you do a lot. You do a lot.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've been missing the show, so I'm glad the replay's out there. So,
yeah, I watch them every time. You know, I watch every show. A lot of people, guy asked me, he said, do you ever watch them shows? I said, I watch them every night. When we shut them off, I watch every one of them. And that way I can tell what I'm doing wrong or what we need to improve on. We actually have a schedule that we're supposed to go by on them shows. But, yeah, we start out with the best of intentions, but you can't. We just try to keep it as close as we can.
Well, we kept it close tonight.
Yeah. It don't get much closer than we hit it tonight.
Hi, Cindy, back there. I hear you.
She's not in here unless she's got hers on in the other room.
Okay, someone's laughing anyway, I thought.
Well, there's no telling. I got a grandson here at the house, too, so he's sneaking in on stuff that I don't know about. Glad you all enjoyed the show. We was happy to bring it to you tonight. If there's anything that any of you would like to do, please get a hold of Tim. You can get a hold of him on Facebook, his website. He's left the information. Go to All American Catfish or contact Tim Berger on Facebook and tell him that you want to help this gentleman out, be a part of this. I know they'd appreciate it. Tim, I think that's going to do it for tonight.
Appreciate it, Lyle. Thank you.
Anytime we can help you, be sure to let me know. Other than that, we are going to have a great show Monday night. Quentin Robbins is going to be on. Be a good time. He's a great guest. We're looking forward to that. See everybody Monday night on Catfish Weekly.